Hello students, in this video we are going to study context switching. So what is context switching or how you can define it? A context switching is a process that involves switching of the CPU from one process to another process. Okay, so if necessary we are going in certain situation, if necessary we have to switch the CPU from one process to another process. Okay, so how we are going to switch it from one process to another process? So if we are switching one process to another process, we need to store the old processes state. Okay, and we have to load the saved state for our new processes. Okay, we have to store the state of old processes and we have to load the saved state of a saved state for the new process. So where we are going to save this or where we are going to store this? In a PCB, that is process control block. So context switching is one of the most essential feature of multitasking operating system. Okay, so in context switching the process is stored in the process control block to so where how sorry what why we need to store the switching the process in PCB? Because to serve the new process, so that old processes can be restart from the same part as it was left. Okay, so whenever we are doing the context switching, the process is going to be stored in the PCB. Okay, so that whenever the old process once again come for the execution mode or for the running state, we need to resume or restart from the same part as it was left. Okay, so a context, what do you mean by context or context here? A context is nothing but the contents of CPU registers and program counter at any point of our at any point. So a context switching, so or why we can do the context switching? So context switching can happen due to the several reasons, or there are three reasons are there. So when a process of high priority comes in the ready state. Okay, so if we are doing the or if we are running the multiple processes, that time if the process is having the higher priority than the other process, in that case we need to choose the higher priority process. So in this case we need to do the switching or context switching. So in this case the execution of the running process should be stopped and the higher process priority should be given for the execution or for the running state. So the second reason for the context switching is whenever an interruption occur. So interruption can occur then when an interruption occurs, then the process in the running state should be stopped and CPU will going to handle the interruption. Okay, so whenever an interruption occurs, then the current running state should be stopped and CPU is going to handle the interrupt. Okay, so the third reason for context switching is when a transition between the user mode and kernel mode is required, then we have to perform the context switching. So this user mode and kernel mode we have studied in the previous videos. Okay, so we'll come to know how the context switching is going to be happen according to this diagram. So in this diagram we are going to illustrate, I am going to explain here the how the context switching is going to be taken place. So in this diagram initially the process P1 is in the running state. You can see here there are two processes, process P1 and process P2. So as you can see here the process P1 is executing, means this process is in the running state, and process P2 is in the idle state. So idle state is nothing but it is ready for execution but not at we are not at executing it. Okay, so now as you can see here, when the process P1 is executing, an interruption is occurred. Okay, so in that case we have to save the current state of that process P1 into the separate PCB or process control block. We are going to take here the two PCBs, one for process P1 and another for the process P2. So hence I have given here the name PCB1. So PCB1 for the process P1. Okay. So whenever an interruption occur for the process P1, we have to save the current state into our PCB1. Okay. So in that case, the process P2 is already ready for the execution, so hence we have to reload the state of the PCB2, that is for process P2. So now you can see here we are executing the process P2. So now once again interruption has been occurred for the process P2. So now once again we need to save the state of that process P2, and once again we have reload. We have to, so already in previous I told now that we have already saved the state of PCB1. We have to resume that. Resume means once again we have to come back to the process P1, and wherever we have left the execution, once again we need to start from there. So that's why reload the state from PCB1. So now we are running the process P1, that is in the running state. So like that the process will be similarly. If you want to execute the P1 P2 like this, we have to follow these steps. Okay, so this is how the context switching is going to be happen. Okay, so what is context switching? Context switching is nothing but a process that involves the switching of the CPU from one process to another process. So here in this we are going to store the state of a process in the PCB so that it can be reloaded or resumed whenever required, and execution can be restarted from wherever we have left the execution. Okay, so context is nothing but the contents of CPU registers and program counter. Okay, so this is the context switching. Thank you.